AAA here in Sherman Oaks.
Mm-hmm.
And they were kind of getting towards the end of their run with that whole thing, and were in need of an investment and some help. And so that was kind of our, we just kind of talked to them, and my wife coincidentally had heard of the line locally and thought it was very cute, and thought that she had a lot to offer in terms of design and things of that sort. And I was looking just in general for something to kind of invest in outside of the business, and it just kind of aligned that way. And so we did, not really knowing how much of an undertaking it would be. It's been an extraordinary amount of work with that. Yeah, there's an actual retail location, and then we have an online store, and then we wholesale as well to accounts. So a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, well, it has a lot of great sportswear on there. It's very pretty. It's not something that I could wear right now, but hopefully down the line, if I can get some of this weight off, I could wear and make it look good. Unlike how Eva LaRue and Rosalind are on there looking stunning, wearing outfits that they actually co-designed, and I was very surprised to see that. But it was very welcoming as well, because not only, did they co-design it, but then they're going ahead and selling what their outfits are and then taking part of the proceeds to go to their favorite charities. And I think that is amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool. You're right. They do look fantastic. I'm super grateful that they both were game and wanting to do this. They're both very they're huge philanthropies in their own right. Like they work very closely with their charities. So it worked out great. We actually just launched it. They're now going to start tweeting and pushing it, and we're going to have a coordinated effort with their respective charities, and hopefully it's the first time that we're doing that, and hopefully it's a big success, and we can continue doing that with other actors and celebrities for years to come. It'd be great.
Yeah, it's a great idea, because who doesn't want to own something from their favorite actor or actress? And by somebody purchasing it, they are going to be helping, their favorite charity, well, the actress's favorite charity, but the proceeds will be, used in a good way. I know that, I believe it was Eva's, hers was a cancer foundation, and Rosalind had, thank you for putting the words at the bottom of the video, whoever did that, because it was hard to understand Rosalind with her accent a little bit, because she spoke so fast, but it was the San Jorge Children's Hospital Foundation.
Yes, yeah. They're both organizations that actually help people with cancer. Very similar. Wasn't planned. They just both happened to nominate those organizations. Mm-hmm. So hopefully we're very successful and can raise some money with that.
Oh, I think you will be. I think it's a wonderful idea. You're giving back, and when you give back, you give good, it comes back to you tenfold.
There you go. Exactly.
I also wanted to thank you, too, for making it American-made.
Yeah, it wasn't originally. When we first partnered up, it was manufactured in Brazil, and there was just a number of reasons that we wanted to bring it domestic, and just being American-made was high on the list. So it took a lot of work to make that happen. It is a little bit more expensive to do it here, but but worth it, The girls are, we actually manufacture here in LA, and it affords us the opportunity to really be hands-on and have a high level of quality control. They're down there all the time visiting the manufacturer and ensuring that every step of the process is exactly how they want it to be, the designers, my wife and partner. So it's been really good. Cost a lot, but it's worth it, we think.
Oh, yeah. And, even if we as consumers have to pay more for it, we're more than willing to do that. Right, keeping it within our own country and not having any unfortunate slave laborers out there, you know.
Yeah, keeping it here in the U.S. it helps considerably on many fronts. You're paying a little more, but creating jobs here domestically and keeping the money here in the economy and strengthening the U.S. and it just helps all around. So I'm glad that you appreciate that.
Oh, I do, very much so, and I'm sure there's many other people out there that do. Now, did you ever think of coming up with a men's line?
We talk about it all the time. I think that it would do well. We just really want to get more established and our foundation under us before we take that on. There's just so much involved in just the women's line alone to take on anything else. But, yeah, ideally we'd like to do a men's line and even a kids' line at some point.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, so one step at a time. Hopefully we'll get there.
Yeah, there you go. And then eventually you can have your son do the modeling because you can teach him the ropes.
Good idea. Plus, we need some of the perks. Like, I see the girls every time a shipment comes in, they're like, ooh, they get this and that, and they're trying stuff on, and I'm just kind of in the corner, kicking the
Hey, the good part is you get to see the women in that, especially your wife. I mean, that's got to be a good thing for you. That's a benefit.
There's my perk. Thank you for seeing the bright side.
Well, I'd like to let our listeners know you can buy the sportswear and actually watch those videos I spoke about with Eva LaRue and Rosalind Sanchez and to hear about their charities and how you can purchase the clothing from the website, and it's body-language-sportswear.com. I think, Sabina, you had a couple more questions you wanted to ask before we let him go because we're getting close to the hour.
Yeah, actually. So I was going to ask you, what was your first car and what tales would it tell?
Well, was my first job or my first car?
Car.
My first car?
Mm-hmm.
My first car was actually one that I regret still to this day giving away. My dad had a Ford Bronco, with the removable top. I think it was I forget the year, 70 something around. They're really cool Ford Broncos, let me tell you. He had handed it down to my brother, who handed it down to me. And I was just too young and dumb to appreciate it. I ended up selling it for very, very cheap, and it's no longer around. But it was fun while it lasted.
That is awesome. I actually remember my papa had, I believe it was a Ford Bronco. It was a big yellow thing, and I remember that so well. I actually liked that vehicle, but it's long gone, of course.
Yeah, they're really cool. Really cool. I see a lot of them that are redone, and they still hold up today to standard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was curious how you like Atlanta when you come to film Devious-Maids, because I actually live in Atlanta.
Oh.
And sorry.
No problem.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, my cat decided to start to throw up. Sorry. Perfect timing. These animals just don't know the timing. Proper timing. Anyway, so Atlanta. There's so many things being filmed here. It's wonderful. Is there like a studio lot type place that films, or?
Yes. There's several TV shows that shoot at the same lot that we do. It's just, let's see, my bearings are messed up because I haven't been there in a while. And I even forget the name of it, but it's a very popular studio there in Atlanta, just outside of the city. And there was at the same time as I was shooting at the same time.
It wouldn't be Tyler Perry Studios, would it? I don't know if he does any outsourcing, because I know he has a lot of stuff being filmed here as well, but just wasn't sure if he outsourced some other shows or something.
No, it was not his studio.
Well, I'm in Chicago, and they do a lot of filming here. I think you need to come here and film.
I would love to go to Chicago. My wife is from Chicago.
Is she really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Tell her hi, homie.
All right, we'll do. We'll give her a little fist pound for you.
Thank you. Well, we're almost at the hour, and we don't want to keep you any longer, especially with the new baby at home and not enough sleep and everything else you have going on. But we wanted to thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for rescheduling. It's really been a lot of fun speaking with you, and we look forward to a next season of Devious-Maids and whatever else you have coming.
Awesome.
Yes.
Likewise, it was great talking with you guys. Thanks for having me. And hopefully we can catch up with you guys soon with
definitely.
Devious or with another project here.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, you're welcome back anytime. Just have your PR, contact me and come on board. Give us a call.
All right. Sounds good. All right.
Take care, everybody, and God bless you and your family.
Yeah, it was great talking with you.
Bye-bye.
Congratulations on the new baby. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Well, he's definitely got his hands full with a new baby, a new show, a new sportswear line, and who knows, what else he has to do, on a daily basis. But that's enough to keep anybody going nonstop. So I would imagine he does not get a lot of sleep, especially having to fly to location to do, Devious-Maids.
I know. That's got to be rough.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And with a new baby at home, I'm sure he's going to be doing a lot of Skyping.
For sure.
So it was definitely a lot of fun speaking with him, and I've always loved Matt and everything he's been in. He's been in so many of my favorite shows. I can't even believe it. When I looked at his IMDb, I was like, oh, yeah, he was on that. Oh, yeah, he was on that. Oh, yeah, he was on that kind of thing.
And you remember him being on every one of them, right?
Yes, I actually do. And of course, you can't forget Days. The only one I don't remember, though, he was on that 70s show, and it says he played an Indian. I don't know. Or his name was Indian, so I'm not sure about that one. But he played on Psych. He played on Desperate Housewives. He played on The Mentalist. He played on Melissa and Joey. I've watched all of those. Yeah. So that's awesome, and I can't wait to see more of him on Devious and whatever else he has coming up. So thanks for joining me today, Sabina. I think we had a lot of fun.
Yes, it was definitely a lot of fun. And I'm going to go find this Romancing the Bride somehow. I might even try my movie store because you never know what you can find, but I would love to see that movie. It looks really good. Of course, it's one of the TV movies.
It is a good movie. Yeah,
you've seen it?
You'll like it.
Lucky you.
Definitely.
Those TV movies are hard to find.
I know.
I can never find
them.
them.
And that's why I said you might want to try Netflix or Hulu and see if it's on there, or Amazon. I've started watching quite a few movies and TV shows on there that I haven't gotten to see before.
Right.
And a lot of them are free, so check it out.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. I just discovered it probably, a couple months ago, I think, because I do a lot of purchasing on Amazon, and I just happened upon it one day, and I watched a ton of Tyler Perry's movies on there. And there's been a couple that I've not seen before, And oh my gosh, and here's me at 3:00 in the morning laughing my butt off, because I'm watching Tyler Perry. I mean, you know how his movies are.